Alright, welcome you guys. This is Basic Constructions with Geometry A. Basically, how geometry started out was Euclid started out trying to construct everything in geometry about 2,000 years ago just by using a simple compass and a straight edge. Okay? And compass is basically a two-pronged approach. Oh man, I don't... Let me get a picture of a compass real fast. In geometry. Okay, so if I bring it over here, a compass is just that funky looking thing. You can draw circles with it, you just kind of rotate it and stuff. Okay, so that's a compass right there. Alright, construction basically is what you would be constructing. You'd basically use only a compass and a straight edge to construct stuff. Okay, perpendicular bisector. A segment or line that goes through the midpoint at a 90-degree angle of another line. Kind of ran out of room almost. Okay, so in other words, a perpendicular bisector, if I were to draw it, okay, I can make it a line or a segment. I'm just going to make it that way. So in other words, this is cut into two parts. Alright, now this also brings up another notation, like how do I represent pictorially that these two segments are equal? I would put a line through them, or it's what I call a hash mark. So let's say that this was point A, this was point B, and my construction went through point C. Okay, that way I could definitely say AC is equal to BC. Okay. Alright, so that I could just also work that out too. Now also, perpendicular bisector, I would be creating a 90-degree angle, or right angle as we've learned already. Okay. Alright, so that one's huge in how that works. Okay. Alright, now perpendicular lines. Lines intersect at a 90-degree angle. Okay, so they don't have to be they don't have to be bisectors of each other. They can just be perpendicular of each other. So in other words, let's go with these two. Okay, it just doesn't matter because all I care about is the angle formed between the two lines. Okay, so these are perpendicular. Now also another symbology you might see with perpendicular is going to be an upside down capital T. Now watch this cool stuff. Okay, so if you see an upside down capital T, we are probably talking perpendicular. There's no other time you'd use that notation, okay? Alright, straight edge, it's pretty straight. You use a ruler, edge of a book, whatever's straight, you just use it. Okay, now I do want to show you a cool game that I did find, and I did play, and I was kind of mad I was reset to level 1. But usually it builds on the idea of what Euclid did. He started out with the basics, and then he built his way up, and it's called Euclid the Game. Okay, so if you just go look up euclidthegame.com, and go to tutorial, you can actually see all the stuff to do, and it uses a little thing called a sketch pad to kind of help work through it. Okay, so in other words, and this is how you can really see some fun stuff, and I want to see how high you can go. As you can see, some people have gotten to level 50 and just worked with it. Okay, so what we're going to do is construct a line segment from A to B. Okay, so line segment from A to B. So I'm going to click on the segment button, click here. Oh, let's go undo. There we go. We got it well done. Okay, let's start over. Dang it. Okay, this is dumb. Okay. So do that again. Boom. There we go. So well done. Okay, construct array from C to D. Okay, so we construct array from C to D. Now you do have to pay attention to the direction. So it's from C to D. Okay, and it will always, when you do it correctly, you get well done. You just don't know if that's it. You will know if it's it when you get to the very last step. Just do it that way. All right, construct a circle with center of E and a radius of EF. Okay, so you just click here. Okay, you want to do that. You click here. Apparently this went back. Okay, construct a circle with center of F and radius EF. Okay, so we do this again. So F. Okay, so be very careful how you work with this. There we go. And construct a black point at intersection of AB and radius and ray CD. So you just go over here to point on an object or point at an intersection. There you go. And as you can see, as you move on, the cool thing about Euclid, the game, is that the tools you've constructed before. So if you construct if you notice, the only tools I can make is a point on an object, an intersection point, a segment point, a ray, and a circle with a center through a point. I'm going to, and obviously that's all this stuff that I just created. Okay, but when I get through with level 1, okay, so it's construct an equilateral triangle such that AB is one of its sides. Okay, so equilateral triangle. All right, so I got to think about this. So I think I'm going to do a circle. I'm going to do another circle. And I'm going to construct an intersection. Alright, and when you're on the right path, you can mess around with it as much as you want. When you do it correctly, it's going to tell you're on the right path. So if you notice, it didn't say well done until I got done constructing the intersection. Okay, so I go boom. Yeah, I'm on the right path. Boom. Level complete. Okay, when you do that, you've unlocked a new tool, constructing an equilateral triangle. And then you can go on to the next level. And if you notice, and this is really cool, my toolbar is now increased. So now I can construct a equilateral triangle. All I have to do is pick 2 points. Okay, now this one is construct the midpoint of the line segment AB. Okay, now this one's cool. This is kind of pertinent to what we just did. Alright, so what you want to do is when you're working with constructions, you click here, okay, and then you click here, and you just, usually when 2 circles intersect and they have the center point of the other circle on the edge of the other circle, okay. Alright, so let's go intersection here. So you have to think about where you want to go with this. Oh, I know. Okay, if you take a look, all I did was the dot, and then I do another dot, and there's, if you look at the angle between them, okay, what am I creating? Construct the midpoint of the line segment AB. Oh, I just need a midpoint. Okay, so I'm going to go up and I'm going to choose segment. Okay, and so I'm going to choose C and D. Okay, if you notice it didn't say well, it did say well done on the bottom part. But I click right there and boom. You now have a new tool, constructing a midpoint. And then you can move on to level 3 and keep going up. I've gotten up to, I believe, level 11, and trust me, it gets tricky when you get up there. But this is a really fun game you can play on the internet and just sit down and just go through your constructions. And this leads directly to what we've been talking about in geometry, which is just straight up constructions. Okay, you're just taking your compass and midpoint and you're just working with stuff, or your compass and your straight edge and you're just working with stuff and creating it. Okay, that's it for today with basic constructions. I will talk to you guys next time. All right, have a great day. Bye.